this is back in biceps, so we'll be doing an upper body warm up. I'm talking funny. Actually, I got a root canal today, so my mouth is still completely numb. So I'll be talking sideways, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with some arm circles. So for today, we have 2 exercises instead of 3. A lot of times we are doing giant sets, but today we have some supersets with 2 exercises. Power the hand up. Let's go back. Here we go. Open and close. And we're going to bring those elbows to 90 degrees. We're going to reach up and bring the elbows down like if you're doing a lat pull down, just warming up those lats. You're going to do 2 more. Now bring it to the front and squeeze the shoulder blades 4 times. 1 more. Now hinging at the hip, and this is a movement we're going to do in class. Same. Squeeze in the back. Right, another one. And come on up. You're going to roll that shoulder back, making a big circle. Make sure you're turning the hand. Now switch, go forward, same side. So palm of the hand is turning. And we're going to do the other side. And reverse it. Let's go forward. One more. Place your hand on the thighs. Great cat and cow. Breathe in. Drop the belly till bone goes up. And as you breathe out, dragging it to the spine, chin to the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. In and out. And last one. Roll it up. Roll the shoulders back. All right, so we are ready to get started. Our 2 exercises will be, a first one is an alternating between a wide row and a narrow row. Wide row and narrow row. Our second one is going to be a seated reverse fly. So you're going to be sitting on your chair. If you have one on a bench, you can also do this standing. We'll bring the dumbbells behind and we're going to open it up. Now this movement can also be done standing, as we normally do. We have that option of sitting on the chair. We will be starting it back, in the back of the shoulders, and then we're going to switch into biceps towards the middle of the class, okay? So first, we're only going to be doing back, the back, and then we'll do biceps after. So let's go ahead and grab some medium to heavy weights for this one. I am going to go ahead and get a 15 pounds. Roll the shoulders back, hinge at the hip, knees are slightly bent. We start with the wide, turn palm the hand in, and a narrow. Last one here with the narrow. All right, then come on out. Now we are going to need to get something lighter for our second exercise, for our seated reverse flies. And for these, I am gonna between an 8 and a 10. I'm gonna do 10 and see how it goes. So sit at the edge of your chair, bring the dumbbells behind your knees, and then lift it up. Ready? So nice and control. All right, here we go, 2. The reason that I like this is just because it avoids that swinging that sometimes we do when we are standing up. All right, you have 2 more. Last one. All right, and come on up. We're back to the wide and narrow. Roll those shoulders back, hinge at the hip. Here we go, wide and narrow. Last one. Whew. I'm feeling it already. right, get ready. Ready, set, and go. Nice and control. Make sure you're keeping the core engaged. So we are not resting the chest on the thigh, we're just hinging at the hip, but we are seated. Nice, one more here. All right, already hearing some thundering outside. Gonna be a nice stormy late afternoon, and I love it. All right, we have one more set, so you go, roll those shoulders back, hinge at the hips, start with the wide rows. Wide and narrow. Woo. All right, and 10. All right, switch the weights for a lighter one. Sit at the edge of your chair. Reverse fly and go. All right, one more. Woo. All right, so we take a little recovery time here. While I explain the next two exercises, you can drink some water and rest. We're gonna do an underhand row. The palm of the hand will be up. We're gonna bring the elbows in. All right, so I'm not going as heavy as the 15 as I did. So I'm coming down to a 12. And then our second one will be upright rows. All right, so you don't need the chair for this one. We'll be needing the chair for a little bit in a little while. All right, so palm of the hand is facing up. This is the underhand row. Hinge at the hip, and we go for 10. One more. Whew, that feels so heavy. And it will feel heavy since we are not doing the biceps just yet. We are doing all these exercises for back, so it'll be a little bit more. All right, so our next one, we have upright rows. Right here, palm of the hand is facing your body. Ready, set, and go. Now there's no need to elevate that shoulder super high, okay? Like we used to do a little bit back in the day. Just protect your shoulders here. And the thing about exercise, it evolves. I mean, some of the exercises are so basic and we've been doing them forever. But as our knowledge expanding, you know, anatomy, biomechanics, and we realize that a few changes are necessary. All right, one more. Whew. All right, so just gonna open up my light because I kept it close. There you go, maybe better. All right, so here you go. Let's go back to the underhand rows. Palm of the hand up. Ready, set, and go. And right now you already know how he's feeling, so if you need to go a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier. Don't feel that you can't change the weight in the middle of the set at any time. All right, upright rows. Palm of the hands facing your body. Ready, set, and go. And as we stand here, it's important to keep a few things in mind. You want to keep that core engaged. We want to keep the knees soft. That means we're not standing with the knees locked. 5 more. Right, 1 more. Woo. All right, so we have 1 more round here to go. Let's get ready. So switch those weights if you need to. Ready, set, and go. One more. All right. Upright rows. Ready, set, and go. Five more. One more. Woo. All right, awesome. I'm gonna get my 10s here. And I'm gonna start with biceps. And we have bicep curls to get started. You're welcome to do both of these next ones seated. I will do them seated as well. So you just sit at the edge, palm of the hand up. You're going to curl and then bring it down. Our second one will be hammer. So the same thing here. Now, if you feel a little bit more advanced, today's also been workout core. When you're doing the hammer, if you want to lean back slightly, now you need to have a real narrow bench like this one here. It's a little bit narrow on the side to be able to do this. So now you have an angle. When we have an angle, that means it's going to be a little bit more challenging. You're challenging your core, you're challenging your biceps. For those who want to sit, but they want to challenge it themselves a little bit more on that first one, you can do a wall sit while you do this, okay? So just choose what you feel like in this moment is what you need. And let's get started. All right, palm of the hands facing up. Bicep curls and go. As you notice also when you're seated, you can't swing, right? If you keep your body in that same position, there's none of that momentum. You're using the biceps here. You're not engaging anything else to help us with the movement. Two more. All right, last one. All right. Okay, so I am going to take up on the option of the hammer with a little bit of a leaning back, which will be an incline hammer curl. If you have a bench with the back, rest your head on that. So you will not be really working your core if you're doing that way. So if you don't have a back and you're hinging forward, you'll be working your core a little bit as well. Ready, set, and go. Here we go, hammer. Now if your chair is really wide, your elbows are not going to be in the right position. So I'll just say sit at the edge and don't lean back. Mine here is a little borderline that way. When we sit on the bench is very narrow, right? So it keeps us our arm in the right position. Whew. Three more. Last one. Woo. All right, and rest. With actually bicep curls. All right, sitting at the edge of your bench, of your chair. Palm of the hand is facing up. Let's do it. So I'm doing this with 10 pounds. And if you're seated, you might say, wow, I could do a little bit heavier when I was standing. So maybe it's good for the awareness that maybe swinging a little bit when you're doing this standing, right? So next time, notice Notice if you're having the body swinging back and forth. All right, we got 3 more here. One more. All right, so now we're switching up to hammer curls. So for the second round, I'm just going to be standing, seating with my back upright. I'm not leaning backward. I feel like my bench is a little bit too wide to do that. I'll just bring my elbows up a little bit out towards the side. So if you have the same situation, you notice that, just stay seated. Ready, set, and go. Woo. Two more. Ah, my goodness, these were so heavy. Felt like it. I'm gonna need to switch them up. And it comes to what I was just talking about. You're really isolating the muscles here. So there is no cheating. All right, ready, set, and go. And this is also more challenging because we're doing two biceps exercises back to back, just like we did with our back. So it's gonna feel more challenging as well that way. 5 more. Woo. And rest for a second. Not much. Here we go, hammer. It's really burning. Three more. One more. How was that for you? For me, it was really, really challenging. Everything's burning. All right, so next one is wide curls. And again, you can remain seated. Making my seat a little bit nearer here. So this one will be great, a little bit easier for the range of motion on the chair because it's wide coming to the sides. So this is our first one. Our second one, we're gonna do a bottom half curl, so we're gonna need to stand up for the second one, okay? All right, ready, set, and go. Here we go, wide curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. All right, so for our second one is a half a curl. So we're gonna bring just the bottom half right here, just a bottom half curl for 10, all right? So the second time around that we do is gonna do the top half. So let's go ahead and do just the bottom half. Ready, and go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, one more. Oh my goodness, and 10. Let's stretch a little bit here. Now we're gonna do this again. Now we're only gonna do 2 sets here. We're gonna do one more time, and then we're gonna move on so that we can do some core here coming up. All right. Sitting or standing, wide curls. Ready, set, and go. Wide curls. And 10. Now we're gonna do the bottom top, okay? So you're gonna go, not the bottom top, the top half, from halfway to the top. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. And 10. All right. Okay, so we are done with the chair. Now here I'm going to modify something. I'll show you. We'll be doing sit-ups on the floor, okay? But if you can't come to the floor, here's another option when you're sitting on the chair. Well, you sit at the edge of the chair and you go backwards. This is an option right here. You can also do a side if you're doing a bicycle. All right, and then if you're doing a plank, as long as your chair is against the wall, you can have your forearm on your chair. Okay, so these are modifications that you don't have to go to the floor if you can't make it to the floor for whatever reason. So we are going to get started here with a sit-up. For those who want a little extra challenge, you can have your dumbbell. Now try not to use the momentum of the dumbbell to come up. All right? Okay, so here we go. Ready, set, and go. So peeling your back off the mat. We're doing 10. We have 4 more. Last one. All right, perfect. All right, we have bicycle crunches next. The bicycle crunches, we alternate and bring one knee. You can also alternate with your feet down on the floor. We're gonna do 10 each side is a total of, we're gonna be counting to 20. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Very good. We have a plank. It's our next one. We're going to do the forearm plank. For the forearm plank, we're going to be holding for 1 minute. Right? We're only doing this one time, so hang in there. If you can't stay on for 1 minute on the plank, bring your knee down and rest. Ready, set, and go. Try to keep your body as still as possible. When you start moving, the body is actually easier. So just breathe and focus on your core. Bring the belly button in, making sure the booty is not up the way up. But you have everything in one straight line. Anytime you need, bring that knee down, rest, and go back up. So we're halfway there. It's 30 seconds. Come on, just hold it. Hold still, we got 15 seconds. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, sit back on child's pose. You can also do a cat cow in standing. Bring that forehead down to your mat. Press with the palms of your hands. And let's come all the way up. You can swing into a downward dog. And then just walk towards your hands. Roll it all the way up. You're going to step behind and reach. And we'll switch sides. And interlace your fingers behind your back. We stretch the back of your shoulders next. Switch. Interlace your fingers on the front, chin down towards the chest. Roll arms up, shoulders down. Release. Bicep stretch. Now make sure you're not hyperextending the elbow. You do want to keep a tiny little micro bend. And we'll switch. And let's finish it up with 3 deep breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. In. And out. And last one. All right, great job. Thanks so much for joining me here. Stick around. Now we're coming up with our fire. So that is our HIIT workout. All right, I do provide notifications, so make sure you get your cardio in as well. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.